Alright, so for this project we just had to create a simple calculator app, which I had a ton of fun doing. And here you can see some of the research that I did, just trying to get a feel for what was out there, get an idea for what I wanted to do, and get some inspiration for how I wanted to make my app look. And so the target audience that I ended up choosing was the pest control business. And so I wanted everyone within that business to be able to benefit from my app, from the salesmen, the technicians who are out spraying the houses, the people in the office, and even those who are running these businesses. And so some of the goals that I had for my app was that it could create effective routes for the technicians, so they could look at a list of houses that needed to be serviced and they could choose which ones they wanted, and the app would be able to create a route based off of their list and just have an effective route for them in order of where they needed to go. So in order to do that, it needed to calculate the lot sizes of each house to know an estimated time of how long it would take to service that house. It needed to calculate travel distance and travel time to those houses and in between houses to create an effective route. I also thought this feature would be useful for salesmen. So as they're out selling accounts, they can use the app to look and see what routes are already created that technicians are out doing, so they will know if that technician will have time to service that house in that day or if it'd have to wait till the next day, that type of a thing. I also wanted the business owners to look at the app and see where their inventory levels were at with each product. So my app needed to be able to calculate how much product is used per square footage and to create inventory levels based off of that information. So here you can see just some of my rough sketches and my user testing along the way. I had my husband be my my tester person, and he gave me a lot of really great ideas. Some of his suggestions were to create a back button, which I incorporated later, and a bottom navigation bar, which you can see here, and also a settings and a preference screen, which I included once I started making my wireframes as well. And so here is my first draft of my color comps. As you can see, it's pretty rough. As I was doing research, I was really inspired by the use of gradients, which I incorporated here, probably a little bit too much though. And I also really liked how some of the apps I saw had boxes of information with color to the side. I just thought it added visual interest, and I just liked the way that it looked. And so I continued to refine my app. I toned it down a lot more so that the gradient background was only visible on the main screen, but I still incorporated that throughout the app by using it up in the banners and in the navigation bars. And then I chose the color green because I feel like a lot of pest control companies use that color to give off the vibe that they're a natural company, natural pest control. So that's why I chose the green accents and the green gradients. And I like the rounded look of these boxes, and so I incorporated that throughout. And I also toned down the weather page so it was more cohesive with the rest of the app, but it still had the same look that I wanted it to have. And so I basically just kept refining my app. Here I added a login page, which I thought was a good addition to this app. And in the navigation bars, I took away the boxes that were previously around them, and I inverted the colors based on what screen you were on. So for instance, this one, you're on the create or current route screen, so that icon is inverted compared to the rest of the icons, which you can navigate to from there. And I also put back arrows in each screen, so it would just go to the previous screen that you were on. And the settings screen, I made the background gray because I wanted it to stand out from the rest of the app, but still I wanted it to have those green accents to be cohesive with the rest of the app as well. And so here you can see the different navigations to each main subscreen. So these screens show the route feature of my app. So here you can view the current routes that have been made for today and the upcoming days. And then it also has an option to create a new route here. This is where you can select the houses that are available, and then you would select create route, and it would show the details of that route that you just created. You could also click on an existing route and it would come to the screen as well to show you those details as well. And then here are the inventory screens. So this is the main inventory screen, and it shows you the list of the products that you have, and you can select a product and it will take you to this screen, which will show you the details of that product. And then this is the weather screen, and so I just thought that would be helpful for the salesmen or the technicians who are going out, so they can know what weather conditions to expect in the locations that they'll be in, and yeah, just like what to wear, that type of a thing. And then my settings screen, which just allows you to turn notifications on and off, allows your location service to be turned on, and your preference for unit measurements as well. So yeah, that's the basics of my app. I really had a lot of fun making this, like I said, and I learned so much because I actually have never created an app before, but I'm excited to do more in the future. So yep, that is pretty much it. Thank you.